Well, hello friends. Today we're going to do a quick video on how to start seeds at home using stuff that pretty much all have at home. One of the things that we need, well, all of the materials that we're going to need are going to be listed below, but the first thing that we need is some start mix. And when we use our start mix, we want to make sure that it is wet and it has been moistened. And what I use is boiling water, just so to make sure there are no bugs or gnats or fungi. After I put the boiling water, I cover it with saran wrap or plastic wrap, and I let it there for about 24 hours just to make sure it is nice and cool for me to use. Then we're going to use cups, and these cups have holes in the bottom so that they can drain. We are going to use the seeds, of course, and I have a variety of seeds from different places so that we're going to be using, and a container in which to put our seeds so that we can water them. The other thing that we're going to use are tags, because the last thing that you need is to not know what you're growing where. Trust me, it has happened to me. If you're using these styrofoam cups, you can write the names on the side. Also, if you're using these types of cups that we're also going to be using today, you can also write the names on the side. We're going to be using some water in a mister, just so that we can get the surface of the seeds moist and they get the signal that, yes, it is time to grow. All right, I have pre-filled some of our containers already, but let me show you how I like to do it. I take my pre-moistened soil, and let's switch cameras here so we can show the folks how to pack this soil all the way down in the cup so that there are no air pockets. Switch cameras, please. There we go. See, it's all nice and compact all the way down. The mixture is very light, so it's not going to form a big mass, but it is nice and no air pockets. Once we have our soil in, I like to make some holes in it. 1, 2, and 3, in which to put our seeds. So here we are going to put some California Wonder Peppers. They're nice and big and beautiful, and you can see them. So I am going to put 2 seeds per pocket. 1, 2, and I have a third one here, so let me go ahead and put it in. And I'm just going to gently tap some soil on top. All right, let's get the other little hole filled. 1, 2, 3. More than one, yes, it's okay, because we want to make sure that we have something growing. We don't want to wait a couple of weeks and then have nothing to show for. After we have some seedlings, we can choose which ones to keep, or we can separate all of them and move them into their final place. Okay. After we have put the seeds in the ground, in the soil, then we want to make sure that we mist it. And this is going to signal the plants, the seeds, that it is time to grow. One of the reasons why I like using a spray bottle is that if you see, the seeds have not moved. If we use a hose or something harder, we run the chance of the seeds falling out of place. And as I told you, we are going to mark this. And this is a California Wonder Pepper. It is a green pepper, and it's very sweet and delicious. All right. After the cup is all filled with soil, we put it in our container so we can water it. All right. Let's try some hot peppers. This is going to be a Hungarian yellow wax pepper. I'm using this one this year instead of jalapenos. Once again, I have pre-packed the soil really nice and strong. I'm going to open 3 little holes with my stick, and I'm going to put several, 2 or 3 seeds per hole, just to make sure that I have something to show for the effort. Once you cover the seeds and you give them some water and you put them in the tray, you want to put these seeds in a sunny location, like a windowsill, so that they can get light that they need to germinate. Okay? So this is our Hungarian yellow hot wax pepper. And after we do that, mix them just to make sure they're nice and wet. Very good. And we put it again in our container. And that's pretty much what we're going to do with all the seeds. We're going to do a tomato now. Again, we pack our soil in our container. This one has a little stick. We're going to take that out. We don't need that. We're going to open our 3 little holes. Here's another little stick. Sometimes our seed mix comes with that. You can take it out. Okay, 3 little holes. We're going to get our seeds. Okay, so we can put 2 seeds here, 2 seeds here, 2 seeds there. Put these back in the container. We pat down the soil, mist it with water, and we are done. And you continue to do this with all your seeds. Remember to put them in the sun. The last tomato plant we're going to do today is a large red cherry tomato. One of the things that I want to remind you is that seeds take a little bit of time to germinate. Some can take between 5 and 10 days. Others may take, like the peppers, up to 3 weeks. So if you don't see your seedlings coming up right away, don't despair. They take their time in coming up. As long as you're giving them a little mist when you see the soil being dry. And you can tell if the soil is dry by just looking at it. You can see that the cup is nice and heavy. It looks nice and dark. If you see that when you pick up the cup, it's not so heavy, give it a mist of water, because remember, the seeds need the water to germinate. And if at the end you need more, then that is why we put them in this tray. After the soil dries, you want to water them through the bottom so that the soil absorbs the water and gets the seeds wet. All right, so that's all for today. If you have any questions, please write them down below in the comments, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.